Hi everyone, and thank you for stopping by. My name is Mark and this is my Daddy Diary episode 31. I just wanted to say a big happy Easter to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Obviously Sophie is not with me in the video today because Dad and Mark is off work, so she is out with him in the living room and I get to film solo today. Which, after the week I've had, I'm going to take that one. We had a fantastic weekend last weekend up at Alton Towers in Staffordshire. We had it was a wonderful family weekend and we got to meet some friends as well. So we met Donal and James, who are a couple that I got chatting to through the Dad's Net. And we've basically been talking for over a year, and we kind of finally said, well look, should we all get together and bring the kids? And you know, it was really great to finally actually meet them, and also on a sort of on an LGBT plus level, I guess. It was nice to finally meet and have friends that are in the same position as us. Up until this point, all of our friends with kids are straight couples, and that's absolutely wonderful. You know, they still have that parenting outlook, but there are just times and there's occasions when it's nice to have the support and to be able to turn to someone who is in very much the same situation as an LGBT plus parent. It's nice to have that connection, I think. It was really nice to finally get to meet them and to be able to count them now as friends, and we said we're going to meet up again soon and hopefully we'll get to meet their eldest boy and just generally build on that friendship. I think that was really great. Sophie really enjoyed getting to meet another little one. Their little boy is absolutely adorable, and the interaction between the two of them was just the cutest thing in the world. Obviously, I am going to be doing a separate vlog video from the Alton Towers weekend. That will actually go live once the Brewdog Scotland trip videos are all done. So I've just released episode 2 of that, which you can find in the description down below. There's a link. There's a third episode for the Scotland trip, and then I'll be releasing the Alton Towers vlogs for people to watch. So keep your eyes out for that. And I won't say too much more about Alton Towers, aside from the fact that Sophie was absolutely incredible all weekend. We thought that she would get more sort of tired and whingy and all that kind of stuff, and she actually didn't. She really just kind of took it all in her stride. The only time she got a bit whiny and had kind of had enough was when we were back at the hotel and we'd put her into the travel cot, and she clearly recognised that she was A, somewhere different, B, in a different bed, and she was having none of it. And so it took us a little bit longer than it usually would to get her to sleep, but we kind of expected that anyway because we were in a different place and so on and so forth. But yeah, anyway, you'll get to see the video on that soon before I ramble on. The other thing I wanted to talk about this week is the fact that for some reason Sophie has decided that she's going to try and push my buttons as much as she possibly can this week, particularly around food. So just to give you sort of an overview, we are weaning at the moment. We're focusing on sort of a breakfast meal, breakfast/lunch meal, and then the dinner meal as the sort of 2 main solid meals at the moment, and then we start the day with milk and end the day with milk. So she's actually getting kind of 4 feeds throughout the day. She does get milk with the lunch and the dinner as well, but so yeah. And this week we decided to try and introduce a little bit of solid to the breakfast meal, because we're kind of just gently trying to nudge towards having 3 meals a day, and then her going to bed at 8 o'clock and sleeping through. Trying to nudge towards. We tried to give her some, every day this week we've tried to give her porridge in the morning. She'll have about 2 mouthfuls of it and just refuse, point blank. And not just refuse, she'll clench down and really get angry, and then she starts crying and getting worked up, and there's an element of it where it's like, well, I get it, you probably don't like it, but we kind of have to persevere, because otherwise you're going to then start thinking, well, I can just cry my way out of everything I don't like, and that's kind of not how it works. The flip side is that we are quite limited in options to give her for breakfast at the moment. I suppose we could just give her fruit, but again, it's more sugar, trying to avoid that. And then she'll have her lunch, absolutely fine. She'll clear through her lunch, no problem. Pile back another 6 to 8 ounces of milk, no problem. Then when it gets to dinner, again, I get the same issue where she'll have a few mouthfuls, have about a third of it, and then decide she doesn't want any more. And then the real kicker in the nuts comes when Dad and Mark gets home from work, and I've been trying for a good half an hour, well, it was one day it was even an hour, because I was like, no, we're gonna finish this food. He comes in from work, 10 minutes after he gets home, he takes over, she eats it like she loves it. And I'm sat there like, are you kidding me? Like, after the whinging and the whining and the kicking off and the pursing your lips and refusing to eat it. So yeah, I've struggled this week because it feels a little bit like she is targeting me for pushing buttons and trying to test boundaries, I guess. Which is fine, I can play the long game. I've just got to be patient and work through it, I guess. But it's not the easiest thing, especially when, you know, you're trying to get her to feed and she just laughs at you or spits it all over the place. And then it's even more, like I say, it almost feels like a kick in the nuts when you've been trying really hard to get to eat, and then the other parent comes home and goes, oh, I'll have a go, and 10 minutes later she's cleared the whole bowl, and it's like, great, brilliant, it's just as wonderful. You know, and then you have that conversation, oh, well, maybe then we'll save that evening meal till I get in from work and I'll do it. And it's like, well, no, because then, again, we're tailoring an entire lifestyle, or like an entire meal around what she wants. And I'm going to say that because you know, she's not even 8 months yet. I don't know how much want there is. So you end up, and my concern is that she'll then only let Dad and Mark feed her, or because she's kicked off enough, you know, I've given up. So I'm kind of like, I can't give up, and that she needs to learn that Dad and Mark's not always going to be the one to feed her, just like I'm not always going to be the one to feed her, and that we're both going to be there for that, predominantly me. So I just, yeah, but you know, I know what to do, I know how to work through it, but it's just exhausting. To be honest, it's tiring and stressful and a little bit annoying. Like I say, I think the biggest thing, and it was more my pride than anything else that took a kick, was the fact that Dad and Mark came home, put his bag down, got a cup of coffee. Oh, I'll have a go. And she just ate a lot, and it just felt like I wasn't good enough. To be honest, I wasn't doing it any different. I wasn't feeding her any different. I wasn't giving her anything different. Yeah, it felt like I wasn't good enough, and she'd just rather he did the feeding, even though that's totally impractical. And I'll be honest, I'm still processing in my head how to deal with that and how to work through it, rationalise it, and move on. Because it's been happening all week, so it's been kind of on my mind, and I'm not sure how to deal with it. Any suggestions, by all means, pop them in the comments below. That actually wraps it up for this week. That was all I was going to talk about. As always, I'll say a massive thank you for stopping by and watching. For all of you that subscribe and that come back every week to watch the episodes and have been supporting all the other videos that I've been doing or working on. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. So thank you very, very much. If you've enjoyed this video, click on that like button. And if you'd like to see more from us, hit the subscribe button. But for now, I'll see you next week. Bye.